A video allegedly showing Russian soldiers beheading Ukrainian prisoners of war has prompted accusations of war crimes. The conflict in eastern Ukraine has intensified, with heavy fighting, casualties, and displacement of civilians. Russia has been accused of committing war crimes in Ukraine after videos surfaced allegedly showing Russian soldiers beheading Ukrainian prisoners of war. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has opened a war crimes investigation into the first video, saying the execution of a Ukrainian captive, "The world must see it. This is a video of Russia as it is. We intend to provide current affairs in 5 minutes packs. Please, support us through your likes and shares, and subscribe our channel for more 5-minute video packs." Now, let's get back to Ukraine, where a video allegedly beheading Ukrainian soldiers has raised an outcry of war crimes. The first video, which was circulated on Russian Telegram channels, shows a soldier using a knife to decapitate a man in a Ukrainian military uniform, as other Russian soldiers look on. In a second video, purportedly taken by Russian mercenaries with the paramilitary Wagner Group, 2 beheaded Ukrainian soldiers are seen lying next to a destroyed military vehicle. The European Union and United Nations have condemned the footage. However, Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov cast doubt on the authenticity of the videos. Russian forces have been accused of committing atrocities against both civilians and prisoners of war in Ukraine since their invasion in February 2022. Ukrainian troops have also been accused of war crimes, but on a much smaller scale than Russian forces, and the Ukrainian government has opened investigations into alleged incidents by its own forces. The International Criminal Court recently issued an arrest warrant for Russian President Vladimir Putin over his unlawful deportation of Ukrainian children to Russia. Putin notably awarded the 64th Separate Guards Motor Rifle Brigade last April for its fighting in Bucha, Ukraine, where mass graves of massacred civilians were discovered after Russian forces withdrew from the city. Ukraine's government has opened investigations into alleged incidents by its own forces, in contrast to the Kremlin, which has praised its war fighters for their actions. As tensions continue to rise, Russia's Federal Assembly recently approved a bill that allows draft summonses to be sent electronically and prohibits anyone called to fight from leaving the country, in anticipation of Ukraine's looming spring counteroffensive. With the new bill, a draft notice begins not when an individual receives the summons, but when it is sent online. This comes as Russia is struggling to recruit and train enough soldiers to replenish troop levels as its own death toll rises. The conflict in eastern Ukraine has intensified, with Russia launching a new offensive in the Donbas region. The Ukrainian military has reported heavy fighting and casualties, and Russian troops have reportedly used prohibited weapons, such as cluster bombs and phosphorus munitions. The international community has condemned Russia's actions, with the United States and European Union imposing new sanctions on Russia. The conflict has displaced thousands of civilians and caused significant damage to infrastructure. The aftermath of the Bucha massacre has left deep scars on Ukraine. According to Andrew Losin, a fellow in the Europe, Russia, and Eurasia program at the Center for Strategic and International Studies in Washington, it is important for Ukraine to seek accountability for the perpetrators and process its collective trauma through shared memory. The Bucha massacre has brought renewed attention to the brutality of Putin's war in Ukraine, which has shifted Europe's east-west fault line. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe our channel for more videos.